Shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Racha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere can. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahawashai, Ba'asham Racha Kwadash. All praises and glory is due. And what I'm going to go into in this video is genetically modified crops and food, specifically how it's being approved to be used here in Nigeria. And it's causing an actual uproar online concerning the government's approval, which has been going on for the past few years, right? Since like 2018, the government has been signing different bills and preparing different legislations in order to approve the use of GMO foods here in Nigeria. And in case you don't know what GMO means, GMO is genetically modified organisms. And it's basically, well, in terms of food, it's crops and even animals as well, livestock that have been genetically modified to be able to, produce more crops, grow faster, right, and different things of that nature. And on paper, it would seem like these GMO foods are perfect for consumption and good for the environment and a great source of alternative food, right? But a lot of issues arise with GMO, and even right now in Nigeria, it's starting to be slowly pushed by Esau Edom, right? So it's not just your lab-grown meats, right, or your bug diets, but you also have GMO foods, which are basically being used by Esau Edom to replace regular old foods, and we all know the reason why it's going on. But let's go into this article a little bit before we go into that. One of Nigeria's standout accomplishments is the commercialization of genetically modified crops, a significant milestone that has garnered attention from the global agricultural community. Notably, the country has introduced Bt cotton and pod borer resistant cowpea into the market, while eagerly anticipating the forthcoming commercialization of teller maize, a transgenic maize variety. These advancements in biotechnology have demonstrated Nigeria's commitment to enhancing agricultural productivity and ensuring food security. And this is another one of the wiles of the devil where he will perform his miracles, right? So basically, what they are telling you is that these GMO products are safer to use against pests and various plant diseases. So you don't have to worry about its resistance to pests, it's resistant to droughts, and all the various agricultural or basically environmental demands that come with farming. Okay, but let's continue reading. Because I don't really want to go too deep into this whole, I don't really want to say anything concerning these GMOs yet. I have another, I want to say it's a tweet I want to bring out before I go into that. So let's just continue reading, just to get an idea of what the Nigerian government is really up to now concerning these GMOs. The impact of Nigeria's efforts extend beyond its borders. Neighboring African countries have increasingly regarded Nigeria as a beacon of success in biotechnology and biosafety. Delegations from Ghana, Ethiopia, Mozambique, and Burkina Faso have embarked on study tours to learn from Nigeria's robust regulatory and implementation frameworks. During this visit, Nigeria has showcased its accomplishments through events such as Eating is Believing, and that's what I'm going to get out from there. And basically, what this is showing you is that these GMO foods have been accepted into the Nigerian agricultural system by the Nigerian government. And this was a tweet I saw recently going into GMOs and the problems that you would have with GMOs, especially here in Nigeria, right? So reading, the real problem with letting GMOs into African agri supply chains has nothing to do with whether they are healthy or not, which of course is a concern, because that the tampering that Esau does with these animals and crops, well, in this case crops, is cause for concern, especially when we know that these devils are unrighteous, right? They are the wicked. And let me get this precept before I continue on. After all, is it not written, for the goods are all things made good by the most, let me just go to the precept, let me not butcher it. Ecclesiasticus 39, I think it should be verse 20. Right, okay, that's not it. So this is the book of Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 25. For the good are good things created from the beginning, so evil things for sinners. The principal things for the whole use of a man's life are water, fire, iron and salt, flour of wheat, honey, milk and the blood of the grape, oil and clothing. All these things are for good to the godly, so to the sinners they are turned into evil. And that's exactly what Esau Edom has done with the plants, and not just the plants, but the animals as well, turn them into evil with this their GMO and biotechnology. So continuing on, the actual issue is that these variants developed using proprietary technology by their American patent holders can mix with local crop variants around the world and become dominant. The patent owner has the right to stop you from planting his GMO seeds and to dictate how much of it you can buy. These GMOs are also engineered not to reproduce the normal way, so that instead of just planting part of the old harvest, farmers must buy seeds every planting season. And you see the evil of Esau Edom beginning to come to light, because one of the hallmarks of this GMO, right, genetically modified technology, especially in terms of plant life, is that they don't have seeds, right? That's why you have seedless grapes, seedless tangerines, seedless oranges, and different fruits that are supposed to have seeds in it but don't. So let's continue reading. A time will come when the local variants will disappear and farmers will need to buy seeds from the American GMO patent holders like Syngenta US every planting season, which means that a country's ability to grow food will be directly dependent on its relationship with the Yanks. I'll leave you to think about the implications of this. And when I read that, it made me think about Deuteronomy 28, and it says, "Ye shall go to your enemy for want of all things." And we know about the pride of Esau Edom and what they are trying to do, right? So let me go to that precept real quick. That you shall go to your enemy for the want of all things. And we know exactly what Esau Edom is trying to do. They are trying to be as the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. So this is the book of hold on, so I can see it. I can't remember where the exact precept is, so I'm just gonna have to look for it. Well, like I was saying, let me see. Let me just go to and find out precepts. And I don't know why I can't find this precept right now. So that you have to bear it. Let me just try and look for it. It's something I actually wanted to bring out because it's important as well to what I want to talk about in this video. Here it is. So this is the book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies which Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right. So basically, the this tweet right here speaking on how Esau Edom, right, these devils with their God complex are trying to control the supply chain of everything. That's the reason why you are seeing so much famine on the earth, food shortages, right? We are seeing that you don't have any. We are seeing that these wildlife, these animals are dying from various illnesses, mainly bird flu, right? There's a shortage of food all over. Really, there's a shortage and a famine all over the world right now. But these people don't feel it yet because they still think that they are in good case. Okay, and what Esau is trying to do right now is he's trying to push some alternatives for the natural growing foods that exist on the earth that the Most High Yahweh Sham Yahshai has prepared for people to eat from. And that's why you have this GMO coming out. And we know exactly what this GMO is, which is going to be the true lesson of this video, right? Because what this GMO shows you, what this GMO is showing you is just how polluted this kingdom is, to the point where even the plant life and the animal life is also polluted by the wickedness of Esau Edom. So let's go to the book of Isaiah chapter 46, I believe. Okay, it's not Isaiah 46, it's Isaiah 24, right? That's all that basically the earth is defiled. So this is the book of Isaiah 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, and broken the everlasting covenant. All right, and this is speaking about Esau, Edom, and the evil that they have pushed throughout the earth. But we're focusing mainly on this GMO right now. So what I want to do is I'm just going to, go to the definition of GMO so you can get a little more understanding on exactly what it is, because you always hear that a lot. GMOs, GMOs, GMOs. What they are genetically modified organisms, and it's not just plants, right? It's not just animals as well. You even have bacteria. You even have, that's where you get all these that's where you get all these issues come from. Because if you look into this GMO and see what Esau is actually doing with the different how do I put it now? How he's messing with using his mad is this, it's showing that these devils it's basically mad science that's going on, right? Because like I said, they're just plants and animals, bacteria, viruses, and various other pathogens that you actually know what I'm talking about. I can't go deeper than that because of YouTube, right? So let me just get the definition of GMO, just a little bit of a summary and a background for it before I continue what I'm saying. Genetically modified organism whose genome has been engineered in the laboratory in order to favor the expression of desired physiological traits or the generation of desired biological products in conventional livestock production, crop farming, and even pet breeding. It has long been the practice to breed select individuals of a species in order to produce offspring that have desirable traits. In genetic modification, however, recombinant genetic technologies are employed to produce organisms whose genome have been precisely altered at the molecular level, usually by the inclusion of genes from unrelated species of organisms that code for three traits that would not easily be obtained through selective breeding. Right, so this whole genetically modified organisms or genetically modified organisms is something that Esau Edom is familiar with, because it's something that they've been doing historically, whether it's breeding various animals, right? Animal species together to get the result. And I think I've done a video on this before. That's why you have all these various dog breeds. That's why you have, your mixed breeds, your pure breeds, right? Thoroughbreds and different types of dog breeds like that, because these devils have been mixing and breeding different dogs with each other, and you even see the result of their genetic mixing in these current, in some of these dog breeds that are out here. All kinds of complications, all kinds of developmental disorders, shorter life expectancies and various diseases that they get because because they have been basically that because they basically those the animals have been destroyed through the breeding and the mixing of these various species, which is why the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, said that you should not. Let me see if I can find that precept. I'm trying to look for this precept, and basically the scripture says that you should not mix, and it's there yesterday. That was what I was looking for. I don't know how I'm going to find this precept. Let me just type it in, because basically even the scriptures tell you that so let me go to that and let me look for it. And it's part of the laws. So let me just get that real quick. Leviticus 19, verse 19. All right. So the book of Leviticus 19. Let's see. So the book of Leviticus 19, verse 19. You shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with a diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen be upon you. Right, so basically no mixing of seed of cattle or of plant life as well. And of course, that's Esau Edom going off and breaking this law, because that's really what your GMO is. Where you have Esau Edom taking the genes of one type of plant or animal and adding it to the other, or you have Esau Edom mixing these genes together like a mad scientist now to create his desired result. And what you get is the current GMO foods that you have out here, right? We're not going to talk about all the various complications that eating these foods cause for you, and also the fact that you don't even have control of how you can't even grow these seeds, right? You can't even grow the crops. You can't even use the crops. It's a one-time thing. You plant it, it grows, and then it withers away, right? They now have to continuously go to your enemy to buy more of the seed in order to grow more of the products. And this is the kind of predatory tactics that Esau Edom uses whenever he tries, he uses whenever he is trying to push his wicked agenda. Because that's ultimately what this is all about. So now I think I haven't gone into this. I think I haven't even, I can't remember if I even read this. Anyway, I haven't gone into this. Isaiah 24, verse 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do perish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay, I already read that. So yeah, I forgot that I read it. Sometimes my brain just isn't there. So now what these devils are doing is they are trying to slowly push this GMO food and GMO products all over the earth, right? Not even and making every nation and every people have to use it. That's why you're seeing it being greenlit here in Nigeria. Even though here in West Africa, you don't really have an issue with growing crops, okay? Especially not crops like maize. But you know, these leaders out here, man, these puppets that are out here, of course, they will push the agenda of Esau. All these devils are trying to do, like I've already said before, They are trying to introduce these GMO foods to replace the organic and natural foods because they want to be the ones in control of all things, including the crops as well. That's why you have your that's why you have Esau. That's why you have Esau. I'm talking about bug meats, lab grown meats. Lab grown food, bug diets. The WEF. You will own nothing and be happy, right? This is ultimately the agenda of Esau Edom, and this is ultimately their goal leading into the NWO. You can see that it's also part of the algorithm for the Great Reset for the NWO, right? Short, make themselves be as the most high and make it so that they are the ones that are providing all things for all the people on the earth. And of course they will always their put this behind the MOTB, right? Behind that C heap that that as written can either buy nor sell, that no man can buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Basically, you can't be a part of Esau Edom's kingdom or his society without that MARK. So with that, I'll end the video right there. Once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai Ba'Sham Rakah Kwadash Wa Abad Babal Shalom.